Hey guys, hi guys. If you're new here, what's up? And if you're coming back, what's up again? So yes, hope everybody had a great holidays. My vlogs are really not vlogging, but I'm gonna try to make them vlog. It's nail day or whatever. So yeah, but I wanted to do this story time for my girl, Pretty John. I had commented on her about this on her we're gonna talk about tree story time, so I had to do my story time. Okay, so this was, how old was I? This was back in, I don't even really remember the year, but I know I was living at this point. I had already moved back to Georgia. I needed to go to Cleveland because my dad was getting married. This was his second marriage. So I had caught a flight to Cleveland, and so basically how I grew up with my cousins in Cleveland is we would like most of my cousins was in one or two of the popular projects on the east side. I ain't gonna say what they is, but just know that they the projects and they was projecting or whatever. So these was like two of the main projects, and we would go between there, like it's this main street, and if you go all the way down, these projects are there. So growing up, that was my kicking spot. Like, we would go over there. We didn't care about the drug addicts or the pissy smelling hallways or the roaches. We didn't care about none of that because we was having fun. We was with our family. Like, we was doing our thing. So basically one of my cousins lived in these projects with her mom and her siblings. But as her siblings got older, they was all each getting their own apartment in the same project or whatever. So my cousin, when she got older, I think she either got a project in her name, apartment in her name. She was like my age, which I had to be like 19, 20. But so we was like down from where she used to live in the beginning. So no matter what, every time I came to Cleveland, I had to go see my cousins, like, period. Like, these are my kicky buddies. Like, we have a blast every time. And it wasn't no, like, drugs or nothing involved, which makes this so hilarious. I don't know what happened. Okay, so basically, I told my dad, I'm like, I want to go see my cousin or whatever. Okay, and let me give us a name, because it was five of us that grew up together. So it's Nene, Mimi, D, and T, and then myself. So when we lived like on just the main street of the projects, like my dad had built me a clubhouse. Like I had me a clubhouse in the hood. This wasn't the project, this was just the hood. So my dad had built me a clubhouse, and of course my clubhouse was clubhouse, and I had a real light switch, a TV, couch, my refrigerator, which was a cooler. My refrigerator was always stocked with hot Cheetos and gallon juices, okay, period. So this was my crew or whatever. We grew up together, we was always playing together, like we ride for each other, like we was literally inseparable. So okay, now we older, and Mimi is in her, we're gonna call her apartment the Hilltop. So Mimi lived in the Hilltop, and Nene lived down the street at Compton. I'll just say Compton. Okay, so Hilltop, we was at Hilltop. So Mimi, I was going to her house or whatever, and she, like, ever since she was like 15, which her and her dude is still together, they got 5 kids, a set of twins. So Mimi, her dude, he was a Puerto Rican guy, because there was a lot of Puerto Ricans in this projects. So her and her dude was like staying together. Now they haven't stayed together since they was like 14, 15 in this project or whatever. So I'm going to visit Mimi, and T was with us. So it was me, Mimi, and T. And then like whoever was there, like her nieces, her nephews, like probably just her nieces, and like whatever, some more people hanging out with us from the hood, from the Hilltop. So I told my cousins, I'm like 19, okay? And I told my cousin, I'm like, I want to smoke. Now mind you, I had never smoked. Like, I have a first cousin that's like my brother on my dad's side. Like we still live like 5 minutes from each other now. But when I had moved in with my dad, when I was my last year of high school, he is the one who, like, he was who I would smoke with. So I would smoke, like, I would always smoke with, like, my best friend, or in Atlanta, or I would smoke with my cousin in Cleveland. But it was just us. So this was, like, literally my first time getting my own treat. We don't call it treat. So this was my first time purchasing my own treat. And I was like, Mimi, like, I want to smoke or whatever. None of them smoked at this point. So I'm like, Mimi,
I want to smoke. Like, let's get some, like, help me figure out how to get this thing or whatever. And she was like, okay. So she
had, like, just found some dude in the project in the Hilltop. And he was like, my cousin want to buy some tree. And I'm like, yeah. And she like, well, they like, what to do? He was like, well, how much you want? And I was like, I don't know, like, I don't know, $5 worth. Because I didn't really know how to buy this stuff. So I'm like, it's like $5 worth. And he like, all right. So he gave me the little bag or whatever. And we went to the store to get our hot Cheetos, our Pops, our candy bags, our hot pickles, whatever we had to get, right? You ain't about to keep me at this, like. So we went to the store. I got my thing, which I really barely think I even knew how to roll up. But I did, or whatever. And mind you, I'm the only one smoking, so it's a house full of people. We kicking it or whatever. It's Mimi, her dude, it's T, and you know, the kids, nieces, nephews, or whatever. Not like little kids or whatever, but you know, like 13, whatever. No. Well, yeah, maybe like 10. So they like, all right, well, you can just go in the back. Actually, this was her big sister apartment. So Mimi was still living up the street in her mom's original apartment. This was her big sister apartment, now that I remember. So, we there or whatever, but it wasn't no adults there. It was just us, which was not normal. Like, it would always just be just us. Like, but mind you, we grown at this time. But even when we was little, 8, 9, 10, it was always just us by ourselves. So I smoke the treat. So I roll up, I smoke the tree, and I'm just sitting there like, you know, getting blazed. Like, I'm just, you know, getting blazed. But then, like, my chest started popping. At this time, I didn't even know what anxiety was. So my chest is just like boom, 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 real fast. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm just like, this don't feel normal, y'all. But I didn't realize what was happening. Now that I'm looking back, I'm like, okay, that might have been laced. So I'm like, my chest is beating, boom, 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 boom. And the room starts spinning. I'm getting hot, like I'm sweating, like I'm drenched in sweat. I can't breathe, like I'm literally hyperventilating, but not like, oh, you having a panic attack. It was just like, oh, something is wrong. So they like, what's wrong, Moody? What's wrong? And I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I'm shaking, like, because I was like shaking. Like, everything that would go wrong in a panic attack was happening. I'm shaking. My chest is beating. The room is spinning. Like, I'm just so blazed out of my mind. Like, I never felt nothing like this ever. And I was like, people could probably comment like what you think it was or whatever. Like, hold on. So people can probably comment like what you think it might have been laced with, because I don't do any other I don't indulge in any other paraphernalia than, you know, tree. So I'm sitting there and I'm literally like, I'm like, okay. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do. So they like, Moody, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't feel okay. Like, so I go to the room. Like, I go to one of the back rooms, and they like what's? They're like, so what do you want to do? Like, what's up? And I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, luckily I didn't tell them to call 911, but I probably should have, because that's how like crazy I was going. So I go lay in the back room, and I'm laying straight out on the bed, and the room is spinning. Like, it's crazy. I can feel the feeling that I felt at that time right now, which has never happened with me, you know, repeating this story. So I'm laying in the back room. The room is spinning and spinning and spinning, and they just like, are you okay? And I'm just like, I don't know, like something is really wrong. Like, I just want this to go away. Like, please just make it stop. And they just like, Moody, like, what do you want us to do? I'm like, I don't know. be back to finish the story after my nail appointment. I'm getting sleepy now. Oh, nails busting. And what about it? What about it? Fresh set. So yeah, that was cool. I'm so sleepy. I don't know why I got so sleepy, but anyway, let's finish up this story time. So yeah, oops. So basically, yeah, I'm freaking out. I'm hyperventilating. I'm like goddamn Smokey in the chicken coop, just yeah, so fucked up. It was literally not even funny. So they like, are you like, what do you want us to do? What do you want? Like, I don't like. It wasn't nothing like nothing about a normal high was this. It wasn't no munchies, no chilling. It wasn't even no sleep. Like it was just no munchies, no sleep. It was just torture and inconvenience and Smokey in a goddamn chicken coop. Like, oh my god, like I just wanted it to be over. I just wanted it to be over. Like, that's it. All I wanted was for it to be over. So goddamn, so I had that, like it was only a little bit of weed. Like I said, I probably had got like a $5 or a $10 bag, a little bit of trees, sorry. $5 or $10 bag, if that. And I didn't know what to do because I want to say I was supposed to fly out back to Atlanta the next morning. So I'm like, what do I do with it? Like, I think I just threw that shit in the trash because it didn't never cross my mind that it could have been laced, but it was just of the devil. Like, it wasn't something that the Lord had blessed. Jesus was not attached to it. Allah was not attached to it. Like, it was straight up Satan's creations, okay? And I might not be a Christian, but I'm definitely not a Satanist, okay? So, yeah, threw that ish in the trash. I think I was finally able to like relax and calm down and breathe again and normal heart rate, but it took a minute. It's a little tight right there. It took a minute. So yeah, threw that in the trash, and I'm be safe and say I never purchased any herbal refreshments from Hilltop ever again in my life. And I purchased, you know, I be purchasing, but not from Hilltop. So yeah, that's the end of my story. That's my story.
I'm innocent. I ain't do nothing. I don't know what's going on. All I know is my side of the story. I can't tell no other story. I'm innocent.
Or whatever. I'm innocent. I did not do this stuff. So yeah, make sure y'all hit the like button. I know y'all already subscribed, right? Yeah, I know. Comment a tree at the end if you can relate to this type of torture and poisoning. But yeah.